Now, this next story is about another best friend of mine, it's a former best friend. We was actually best friends in middle school. Um, Used to, play ball with him at his house. Played games. I knew his mom. We were best friends. And unfortunately, when we got to high school, that's when we kind of went in our separate directions because I was a ball player. I made the basketball team. He did try out. He didn't make it, unfortunately. And at this time, I only was hanging out with the athletes. So pretty much that's the direction I went, and he went in his own direction, right? And we just never, our friendship unfortunately dissolved over time. And it was like something that I didn't even realized. It just kind of happened. I don't know. It's because of the crowd I was hanging with versus the crowd he was hanging with, but that's pretty much what happened. So fast forward to us being adults. We reconnected actually on Facebook and, exchanged numbers and eventually linked up. So, we started kicking it a little bit. We probably hung out, two, maybe three times before shit hit the fan, figuratively speaking. And during the times where we was hanging out, we catching up. He kind of he opened up to me and told me he dealt with being a schizophrenic. And I was kind of taken aback, but I wasn't like going to just be like, oh, I can't fuck with you because you got this mental shit going on. Cause I empathize. I actually have a family member that is bipolar, and me seeing how, my family member outside of the actual family doesn't really have a support system like friends and, people like that. I'm like, for this individual, my former best friend, let me just kick it with you. I'm sure people have written you off because of your situation, and maybe I can be a positive influence for you. Not really an influence, but provide, just a positive friendship to where, it can assist you with, continuing to move and be a productive citizen out here. You know what I mean? So I wasn't gonna write them off or whatever. Um, so I continued to kick it with him. Unfortunately, I was at work, and this was on a Friday as well. I get this random ass text like, "Hey, bruh, I heard you talking shit. Shit, I'll pull up on you, and we can shoot a fair one." Pretty much. I'm paraphrasing, can't remember exactly what he said, but I'm like, "Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?" Because I'm confused. I'm literally confused. So I'm going back and forth with him or with his text messages, trying to figure out what the fuck he's talking about. And he's like, "Yeah, you said you would fuck me up. You said you would do this, that, and the third, and ABC 1 through 3." I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" So I get to thinking, right, pondering, like, where is this motherfucker going with this shit, right? And then I remember a conversation we had during one of the times we was hanging out. It was actually at my crib, and I made a joke. And the joke was like he told me a story about him, he suffers from paranoia as well. He had actually swung on a cop and they fucked him up. He went to jail because of that because he thought that, in his mind, like the cop was stalking him or whatever the case may be. And I just simply said, "Man, I hope you don't never goddamn have an episode with me because I don't want to have to fuck you up." Jokingly, we both laughed like it was a joke. Like it was not meant to be taken serious. You did what I mean? And months later, I guess he was having an episode. His in his mind, he remembered me saying that, and at this time, he's taking it seriously. Like it was an actual threat versus a joke. Um, and I had called him like, no, I ain't calling because I'm still at work. I'm like, "Oh, I was just joking. We were laughing. I was not serious." You feel me? Like, and he still added, like, he's still, in his mind in this moment, he's still taking it serious. He's not even taking what I'm saying at this moment, trying to remind him that it was a joke. In his mind, I was a threat to him. So pretty much, I was like, let me go ahead and end this because I'm not sure what the fuck you talking about, bro. But it's obvious you having an episode. So I ain't, I stopped texting. I'm at work. So when I get off, I'm actually on the way to the barbershop, and I just hit him up, right? I give him a call just to check on him, like to see if he's okay. I like, hey, bro, you all right, bro? You know what I'm saying? He'll, oh shit, you trying to meet up? He's talking about he want to fight. I'm like, bro, nah, nigga, like, I'm trying to check to make sure you straight. Nah, I can pull up on you right now if you're trying to see what you trying to get it in. I'm like, hey, bro, don't goddamn, don't goddamn pull up to wherever I'm at. Especially don't pull up at the crib, bro. Like, yeah, I ain't about to be on that type time with you. But also, I'm a man at the end of the day, so you ain't gonna keep talking to me crazy. You feel me? Like, it ain't gonna be that type of party. But hung up the phone, like, I like, hey, do not show up to my crib. Do not show up wherever, just leave it where it's at. Like, that's it. So I'm thinking it's over with, right? Go get my hair cut. I even tell my barber the story, and he laughing like, God damn, motherfucker. We just, just joking in the moment. Not really, because I'm not thinking he's about to, do anything. He was just expressing over the phone or via text. I'm just thinking he's having an episode. So I get home, right? And the crazy thing, I'm hungry. I'm like, shit, let me goddamn put something on the grill. I put me a salmon on the grill. And I'm about to go take a shower and shit. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. And next thing I know, I hear like my doorbell ring. In my head, I'm like, I hope this nigga did not show up to my place of residence. Guess what? It was him. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. So, let me tell you. I had a flashback, right? When we was in middle school, he stole, if you don't know what stole means, that means sucker punch, this white boy that was talking shit. So in my mind, I don't know why I thought about middle school that. I'm like, I hope this nigga is not dumb enough to try to swing on me, but I do remember him sucker punching a motherfucking in seventh grade. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why my mind went back there, but it triggered that memory for me. Right? So I take off my shirt just in case. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I open the door, right? I'm like, bro, what are you doing here? He's like, let me talk to you. I'm like, bro, go home, my nigga. Like, the fuck is you doing here? Hey, bro, let me talk to you. That's what he kept saying. So I step outside, right? And I'm just waiting for him to do something stupid. Guess what he does? He tries to sucker punch me. But again, remember, I told you, I remembered him doing that when we was in middle school, so I was kind of prepared. So I dodged it, grabbed him, put him in the headlock. And I have him in the longest headlock, right? Have him in the headlock, and he's wilding out and being calm at the same time. So he's going from, all right, bro, I'm good, to, oh, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Bro, I'm not letting you go. So I'm like, hey, bro, hey, leave, dude. So I'm telling him, like, nigga, just go home, bro, because if somebody come out, the cops are going to get called. He's still up in that, just, yeah, going from calm to he's going to beat my ass, to calm to he's going to beat my ass. I probably had him in a headlock for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And, of course, someone comes out. The cops get called. He gets arrested. Now, I'm glad. I'm glad that they did come because my ass was getting fucking tired in that motherfucking headlock. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm glad they came because, truth be told, I would have had to defend myself at that time. But the thing about it is, because I knew of his mental condition, I wasn't like mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not mad at you, I went, try to hurt you because you're going through something right now. You're having an episode right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have a family member that deals with bipolar, so I've seen this before. You know, like I've had to actually walk away because I was about to knock this family member's block off, but I had to walk away one time because I know you're not in your right mind, and I have to control myself so I don't, cause pain to you because of your mental condition that you can't help. So, yeah, so he gets hauled off to jail, and I hear him as the cops are taking him away, yelling like, I'm gonna beat your ass, all this other shit. I'm like, God damn, bro. This is fucked up because I felt like you were kind of, from the stories you told me, that you were, doing all right out here. Now you've set yourself back again because like I told you before, he told me a story about him swinging on an officer because he was paranoid that the officer was stalking him, and he was in jail. So he goes right back to jail. And unfortunately, I have to go put a restraining order on him because he knows where I stay. He knows where I work because we've talked about jobs. Even had to do that at the job because I'm like, I can't have you coming up to my job trying to fuck some shit up for me. Like, it can't be that. So that was unfortunate. Even when I had to go to court and all of that, when he came out, and I guess he told his side of the story, and this was to get the restraining order gone. They had brought him out in one of those chairs to where they strapped in to make sure they can't, hurt anybody else or hurt themselves. That's what they brought him out at. And in his account of the story, we were fighting. No, we were not fighting. You swung on me and I put you in the headlock, bro. That's what happened. Because again, I wasn't trying to fight you. You the one that started it, but because of his mental state, that's what he felt. That's what he remembered. The judge granted the restraining order. Actually had a conversation with his mom and his brother because, like I told you, we were best friends in middle school, and it was crazy because, no pun intended, of course, it was crazy because when me and his mother talked, it was like she was kind of hesitant to speak about, what she has dealt with or his situation. And again, it's something about our Black community to where we don't talk about this shit. And I had to tell her, I got a family member that's bipolar. And when I said that, it was like a sound of relief came out. Like she took a breath, like, oh, so you understand. I'm like, yeah, I get it. That's why, I did what I did. I didn't hurt him. Cops were called. He went to jail. I didn't want to hurt him because I've been through this before. And, she kind of told me everything that she's kind of dealt with him and how she had called him that day and he sounded like he was off, like his levels were off. She had tried to go over there. He wasn't there, opening the door, some shit. So, yeah, he was just having an entire episode. And same with his brother. His brother said their relationship is strained. They don't talk like that because of his condition. And it's like, damn, I just felt bad because unfortunately, I hit the scene, best believe it's going digital. Being super clean, had